All right, guys, good evening. Sorry, we are running a minute behind, but it is January 5th, 2026. Believe it or not, it is 2026. Happy New Year to everybody that is joining in. Welcome to another We Are Film podcast. It is Monday night. We are excited to have a great guest for us tonight, and hopefully we can have some good interaction for this gentleman because he's got a lot of experience and he's going a lot of places, man. So I am excited to have Mr. Kado, and if I didn't pronounce it right, we'll get the proper enunciation in a minute. But in the meantime, let us bring on our chats, make sure we are up and running. Richard Glenn Jackson says, "Hey, Cash." So we are up and running. I'm on the wrong side of the screen, so let's correct that. And then, without further ado, we'll get this show started. If you guys let me know if the sounds and audio is good, we'll go with that. Alice is there saying, "Hey, hey." Awesome, Alice. Welcome. And we're going to start off with our, where's my thing here? Let's start off with here. With our sponsors of the week. We got to thank our sponsors of the week. That is going to be iMagnet Management and Suntech Window Film. So thanks to these people, we're able to bring out a lot of stuff for you guys and be able to share some of the excitement we're able to do. So without further ado, let's get this show started, man. So let's get our intro going with, again, sponsors of the week, iMagnet Management and Suntech. And then let's get our show going. All right, so we got our chats up, we got our sponsors of the week, we got our intro done. So now it's time to bring on the show, right? So let me bring my co-host, Mr. Ryan, the assassin. Oh, we can see his forehead. Woo, we got something. We got the forehead.
It always changes. When we were it just had my face on when we were talking a minute ago, didn't it?
It's the different camera angles, man. That's what it is. So, well, welcome. Ryan's had some excitement as well because Juliana again got hurt because Ryan didn't pay attention to her while she was sledding.
Yeah, I guess
the
that's
story I'm sticking with, Ryan. I don't care what the actual story is. Poor baby. I have some pictures of her at the shop laying in the truck before she was sledding. That's crazy. Anyways, how did that go?
pretty good. Yeah, I guess, no definite answers. Hopefully it's nothing extremely major. Maybe it might have a hairline fracture, maybe a sprain. She got a cast. Pretty excited about that. She got a pink, purple, white camel cast. So
Okay.
yeah. We'll see. We'll see what happens. I guess she's gonna be all excited. I guess to go to school, show everybody her cast. Yeah, rub some dirt on it.
Well, good evening to everybody in the chats. We got Richard, we got Heidi, we got Justin, we got Fernando, we got Marion. Marion's still up and awake. Let's go. Justin, what's up? Rub some dirt on it and she'll be okay. Thomas, Labubu's in the house. What is up? All right, so we got some good gangs here. So let's, without further ado, bring our guest, man. Put your hands together for Mr. Kado.
What's up?
What's up, bro? How are you doing?
Well, man, Happy New Year to you guys. Yes. New year, new me. Love it. No. First of all, I just want to say thank you for the great introduction. Thank you for the post. Super kind words. I appreciate you guys so much, and I'm honored to be the first guest of the year. I mean, it's a huge. And looking back when I first started in this industry, never would I have thought that I would be doing things like this. So thank you very much for the platform.
No, bro, thank you for being on here. Thank you with you being able to do this and being our first guest for 2026. Better year, better new us. Not just me, not just you, us, the industry, man.
Absolutely.
The movement is the industry. That's what we need to focus on. And then we got Thomas King in here with your governor of maple syrup. But no, man, we love it. Love the journey you've been on. So we want to kind of take over a little bit of that. So for introduction, let's hear who you are, first and foremost, for the people that don't know. And then we got Mouth of the South in the comments as well, too. I'm pretty sure Carlos can fill in on some of this stuff. And can't wait for this weekend. Carlos is pumped, and I asked him the question, what is he pumped for? He hasn't answered yet. So I'm still going to comment, but we'll see if that comes through.
I'm pretty confident that it's for Tinner battles, but I could be wrong. I could be wrong. I'm equally as excited for this weekend. It is man, Tinner battles.
It's the United States. I be looking. Greenland.
Close enough.
All right, so no, I'm sorry to interrupt you. Go ahead. Your intro, sir.
My intro, man. Well, my name is Kado. I am a French Canadian from Canada, as Carlos said, the 51st state. And I work for Tint, have been for the last 2 years. I am now the head of brand and growth. And once again, looking back to where I started, I never thought that I would be in the position I am now. So it's been a great adventure. I've been in the industry since 2019. I had my own shop for 5 years here in Canada. And then I got offered a job from the great and incredible Eric Devosh. And I did not hesitate on taking that opportunity. And I have done incredible things ever since. So huge shout out to Tinwiz, and I'm excited for what we have in 2026 planned. I'm excited for myself in 2026 and just the things that are coming along.
Awesome. So you started in this industry 2019?
2019, just before COVID. I told myself that I came from a sign shop. Worked there for about 1.5 years, and then before that I was doing vinyl stickers out of my house, and doing taillight tint was like what got me into the industry, watching Justin Pate, and then I worked at a sign shop, and then from there I moved back home, back to Ontario from Alberta, and I was like, you know what, I'm going to start my own business. It seems super easy. It's a luxurious lifestyle. It's the rich and the famous. I can days off whenever I want, and be in control of my life. And then I started the business, and I couldn't not have been any more wrong. So it was I told my dad, I was like, you know what, it's gonna be so easy. I've got my little tool belt. All I got to do is to get cars in here. They pay 50% deposit. I order the material. I wrap the car. It's the best thing ever. And then the first person came in the shop and was like, yeah, so I need an invoice. I was like, the hell is that? Like, what do you mean you need an invoice? So then I had to Google what an invoice was and how to invoice people and all this kind of stuff. And it turned into this chaotic adventure very, very fast. And thankfully, I learned about Tinwiz, or actually Claire, my girlfriend, learned about Tinwiz from Austin Cook, watching his videos very early on, and we dial it in, and it was a little bit easier coasting from an admin perspective and project management perspective early on, which I was very thankful for. But so then we went into COVID. It was chaos. Had to learn about marketing, which I never had to learn about before because we weren't able to work. And as you guys are well aware, Canada was very different in COVID than the US was. I think I was still traveling probably 6 months to a year later in the US, and I had to wear a mask on the Canadian plane, and then I could take my mask off as soon as I landed in the US. So that was surreal. But yeah, so business went, did really well. It was an exciting adventure. There was lots of hard times, and again, like I said, we're using Tint early on. So for 5 years, we were basically using Tint and built a great relationship with Eric. He sponsored me to go compete at my first WFCT in San Antonio, which was life-changing to me. I'd never been on like an adult trip before. And so that was just absolutely life-changing. And then from that point forward, great reputation with Eric, and we built a great friendship. And then he offered me a job out of the blue 2 years ago, and here we are.
Now, I want to know about that job out of the blue. I'm pretty sure like half the audience in here are like wondering how the hell you land a job with Tint out of the like. What was that like? What inspired that? Can you share any of that? Because like
I share everything. Like I said, when you were like, you know, what are things you like to talk? I'm an absolute open book. If you need help on how to not run your business, reach out to me and I'll give you all of the clues on how to not run your Tint business. If you are looking for life experience, anything, man, I'm an open book. And I'm also a closed book if you share information with me. I know a lot of secrets of a lot of people. I don't share anything. So, but yeah, so we're like 20, I forget what year it was, 2 years ago, 2022. It was early November 2022. And again, at this point, like I'd only talked to Eric really at events, the odd like Instagram message here and there, but we followed each other. We were aware of each other. He supported me like really early on. He would like send me like tint kegs and stuff to like for myself, and then to do like a giveaway for people. And so yeah, really built this really good connection. And then sometime early November 2022, there was like something with the app that I was like, hey, actually, I think it was something that had to do with like AI. And I was like, I'm thinking of adding this to my business. And is there a way that I can integrate it with TintWiz and whatever? And he instantly like called me and was just like, hey, like, I think this is like easier on a phone call. And so we started talking. He's like, this is my input on this. I think whatever, XYZ. And that was that. It was like 2 minutes. My life was changed in terms of like that problem and AI and whatever. And then he's like, hey, like random question, like, where do you see yourself in like 5 to 10 years? And I was like, it's a great question. I never really thought about that. But I feel like business wise, I have tapped out in a way in my city. We're like 135,000 people. We were locked in with the sporting event. So we're doing commercial signs, graphics, design work for them. We're doing all of the like supercars in town. So I was working on Lambos, we're doing Ferraris. So like that was a great goal of mine. And then besides that, we just had this huge positive kind of like knowledge in our city that people knew of us as the quality place that was very expensive compared to everybody else in town. But there was a reason for that. And so I was like, I feel like I'm tapped out. I feel like I've reached my peak in this city. I don't know what to do after this. I don't want to open a second location up, not in our city, because more money, more problems. I kind of want to just stick to what I'm doing. But again, I also feel like I don't know what else to do. I don't want to open up in another city because then I'm going to be traveling back and forth to that city, and it's just going to be more and more problems. So realistically, in 5 to 10 years, I see myself potentially working for like a film company, either training. I like teaching people. I like educating people. I like adding value to their days. I was like, I definitely don't want to do sales. I hate sales. I like adding value to people's lives. And he was like, okay, so like, you don't see yourself doing what you're doing now? I was like, no. He's like, all right, well, I want to pick you up before somebody else gets like wind of this and they know your value. I want to lock you in before somebody else does. The job does not exist. I have no idea what you're going to be doing for us, but like, I want to offer you, I think it was like a 3-year for sure contract that like, if you shut your business down, I want you to be, you know, confident that I'm offering you at least 3 years. And in return, you're offering me 3 years. So like, you know, you're not just going to bounce if, you know, things go wrong or whatever, which obviously we didn't think they would. So we're both taking a big risk on both sides. And I was over the moon. Like, I was locked in then. I was like, yes, this is it. And then I came home, told Claire, and she's like, she's a very like, you know, organized person. So she was like, get it in writing. If it's in writing and we read it over and everything makes sense, then like, this is the opportunity of a lifetime. And so I reached out to Eric. I said, hey, can we get this in writing? He was like, done deal. Within like, I think 15 minutes, he had sent me over something, locked it in. That was it. By the end of, I think December, or no, sorry, I guess, just before November, this happened. And then November 22nd was officially like my last day in my shop. I had done I was booked out for about a month. So I did my last installs, booked nobody else, shut down the shop. That was it. I did warranties for like another year outside of my garage at home. And like any like tint, you know, things or a PPF lifting up or whatever. But I did probably 5 or 6 warranties, and that was it.
That's beautiful, man. I love that. I cannot say this enough. I think Eric's an alien. I'm just gonna say this again.
100%.
He's an alien, bro. His mind and the way he works is different than anybody I've met. It's always a pleasure. It's always interesting. I always take his opinions and value what he says, because it's always different than most people. And a lot of times it's very simple. I think that's where Eric kind of chills and just kind of puts it out there. And one of the best things I've seen, and I'm kind of hearing from you here, is that just, you know, be very cool about it. Like, be like happy about what you want to take that opportunity, and just like, hey, I'm gonna lock you in before anybody else gets a win. That is a smart CEO, like badass move right there, bro. Like,
absolutely. And
I'm taking your ass. I'll make a position for you. Like, if that doesn't speak next level, I don't know what does.
And you know, the funny part too, not to like, you know, whatever, but the funny part is like, everybody is so cool with Eric that like nobody has tried to like poach me or anything, because they don't want to, like, you know, Eric's like very brand neutral to everybody, right? But there have been occasions where like it's been like you know, hey, if you ever want to, and I'm a very, very loyal person. Like, if I'm like, the whole reason why it was so easy for me to do what I did was because I used the product for 5 years and I knew how much it changed my life. And it was like an easy thing for me to be like, okay, so I get to go do something for a company that I believe in just as much as mine, and I get to help grow it, and then have kind of like, I don't know, a lot of people think that, you know, if you go work for somebody, you don't have the stress of, you know, one, losing your job, or, you know, the company shutting down or anything like that. And that's not the case. Like, yeah, I get guaranteed paycheck, but it's only guaranteed if the business exists, right? So it was a risk on both sides for sure. And I think it's paid off tremendously for the both of us, more than I'm sure, like, it was kind of what we hoped it was going to be, but you always have those doubts, you know, of how people actually are. And I like to think of myself as Eric's right-hand man, and I do everything now that, you know, that I keep adding on to it, and he keeps giving, I keep adding on, keep accomplishing, keep giving. So it's been really cool.
Were you worried at first, like, if you'd be able to live up to what he expected of you, or did you get that like much at all? Or...
Absolutely, yeah. I had, probably for the first year, I had like imposter syndrome. So like, I was like, why me? what did I do to deserve this? I don't deserve this. I was still putting in like I in the beginning, kind of like the path we started on was like content. Like I did lots of content with my business. So like I was doing a little bit more content, and that's kind of what started rolling. And like I was staying up till like midnight. I would be up at like 4 or 5 in the morning and just like go all day with the fear of like not doing enough. And so for the first like year, for sure, I did my business. I did Tint stuff exactly how I did my business, which was like nonstop all the time, go. Again, with the fear of like, if I don't perform, then like, this is like, what am I going to do now? You know, now you got to go back with my tail between my legs and start my business over again, or try to get my clients back, or like, what do I do? And yeah, it worked out incredibly, I think, for the both of us. It's been, I think from day one, he's given me full trust with everything. Like he was like, if I don't trust this person, I'm not going to hire this person. I have that same mentality with people. And he gave me that trust, and I ran with it. And I tried to not disappoint. I tried to make mistakes, be accountable for them, and learn from them and not repeat them. And I feel like I've accomplished that goal. And he just kind of let me do my thing. Like he was like, you ran a business, I trust you. Like there's no hours, like there's like, just do your thing. That's it. And it has flourished into this beautiful thing.
I do want to say that's very scary. What Ryan kind of just said, and what you just said right there is like, I trust you, do what you want to do. Like, and that's so much burden on you. Like I can feel that in your voice, like how you must have felt for the first year trying to find that space and trying to feel that what's the right word for it? Like what he kind of wanted you to accomplish or fulfill, right? Like to fill in a role. I think that's amazing what you guys have put together for you, both of yourself. I think knowing a little bit of both of you guys, I don't know you guys that deep, but meeting you a few different times. And the first time I met you was when you were teamed with Dean Mitchell at Amelia Island, and I was like, oh shit, I'm a Canadian. And here's my thing. So far, every Canadian I met except one, I'm kind of liking, you know.
Right. Yeah.
For this industry as well too. Most of you guys are doing very well. So I think a lot of Americans can probably learn from that the 51st state is really unique. But no, seriously, like this is very interesting. I didn't really think we were gonna dive this deep into this conversation, honestly. And I'm also kind of afraid for Eric now, because I'm by tomorrow he may get like 50 other calls. I don't know if you've been paying attention to the comments. I mean, like, yeah, I don't want to do invoices. I'm tired. I want to.
I'll tell you what. There again. I saw Glenn's comment of being tired, and I think that one of the values that I have as a person, which I know Glenn has, or like very much so, he's a very workaholic, get shit done.
He's got Glenn, and he's talking about Richard. God damn it.
Yeah. We call him Richard, Glenn, or Jackson. He goes by all.
Somebody, Glenn. Hell, Richard.
But like he's got a family to provide for. You know, he's got his shop, he's got, you know, like products, he's got everything. And so he's a go-getter. We know that. Nice. And I am one of those people as well. None of that has changed in a Tint Wiz. Like some people will go into this like corporate, you know, layout, if you will, I guess, if you want to call that what this is, but they'll go into this like corporate layout and be like, all right, now it's the gravy train. Now I get to like sit back and ride, you know, the roller coaster and hang on and just get a paycheck and like life's simple. And for a lot of people that is the case. You know, like if you're a film rep or something like that, like a lot of these film reps for some companies, they just it's life-changing because it's easy for them now. They put minimal effort in, or they take a step back. But the ones that perform film reps included, and any other kind of person that's in these businesses, they treat the business as their own. I know a lot of reps, you know, we got Dean, we got Dave Dillinger, we got lots of the Autobahn guys. Like, they have this mentality. Lots of the Solar Guard guys too that I met are all these people that are they treat that company as their own company, and most of them came from a company background. I think that's a huge part of it too. And then when you treat it like yours and you put that passion into it, it really doesn't go away. Like, people message me all the time. They're like, "Oh, I'll call you Monday." I'm like, I don't give a shit when you call me. 24/7. Call me anytime. I don't care. If I answer, I answer. If I don't, I don't. And most people think that, like, oh, well, now you get to live a nice life. You get to take days off and blah, blah, blah. And like, I do. I live an amazing life. I'm so blessed. But I choose to work 365 days, 24/7, because that's what I'm passionate about. I love doing it. So it's not work to me. So yeah, you can call Eric for a job. But one, it's super cool when someone approaches you and offers you that position. And two, it's like, it's not the like retirement plan that you hope it is in most cases, you know.
I mean, it's so amazing with some of the things you just said right there. Is, I think the one key feature that you kind of just hit hard, and I think this is for a lot of owners. I know Rico's in here, and he's always trying to scale up and do some stuff and always asking questions. But as an owner myself, the hardest part when you're hiring people is two things: it's the trust, and you have to throw the trust out there. And I always tell my guys is that I'm going to give you the trust, but once you lose that trust, it's very hard to get it out. The second thing, I think that the diamond in the rough is the person to find that treats your business like it's their business. Because most owners can succeed if they can differentiate themselves. And it's very hard to differentiate yourself. That's why a lot of businesses, owners, have headaches and have misagreements, and a lot of content between them and their employees is because they always assume the employees are gonna do what they're able to do or treat the company like it's their company. And I think the biggest disadvantage in any industry is that disconnect. The employee not treating the business like it's their business, and the owner assuming automatically every employee is gonna do it. But when that two merge, oh my God, that is just phenomenal.
It's heaven, absolutely. Yeah, it's hard. You can't expect employees to be as passionate as you are. But like you said, there are people like myself that do that, and it's like, I would say we're very rare, because most people want to find that job that they get to like sit back and just collect a paycheck, and that's totally fine because that's labor. But it is very hard to find, and when you do find it, it's like you have to, on both ends. Like, I'm very lucky that I found a boss and a mentor like Eric, and I get to enjoy that. And he, on the reverse side, I know that I'm rare. I know that he's rare. Like, we both are aware of these situations. And so I think that's why we work so well together, and why he puts all of this time and energy into me to make me into this person that, who knows, someday I might be in his position, or, who knows.
I think he made a good thing.
No, you guys said my voice was not good. Is it better now? I forgot I had to plug in my normal mic. I think
it sounds better on my end.
Okay, so let me know if my voice is coming out better. I didn't realize that my computer ran out of all these videos data on it, so I had to transfer on a hard drive, and I unplugged my mic to plug in my external hard drive, and I forgot to plug it back in. So that's probably why, because it was going off the video cam mic, not the big bad mic that's supposed to clear out the voice and the noise behind it. So hopefully it's better, way better. Dustin says I'm out of the bathroom. Heck yeah, there we go. I'm out of the bathroom. The toilet flushed. If y'all heard it, it was 2 number. Deuces was good. But let's finish.
Healthy boy.
I wanted to say that I think I think Erica, obviously made a great decision in bringing you on. Not only, because of you're a go-getter and everything, but your content really, I think, reflects who you are too. When you actually meet and get to spend a little bit of time around you, you get to feel that your genuine, enthusiasm you have, I think, for life and just helping. You're really like, I feel like you like people and you like to help people, and you get that feeling when you're around you, and you can get that out of your content too.
I appreciate that. That's definitely the message I try to put out there. I do very much enjoy helping people and putting, as much energy as I can into helping people grow, whether it's, growing their business, growing their socials, growing their life, helping them through struggles. I mean, I've been through so many, like we all have our stories. But like, I was on the fire department for 6.5 years when I was younger. I've seen so much fucked up shit. I last year was the hardest year of my life. I lost my dad, I lost my dog, I lost my uncle, I lost a friend, all within 2025. And it was devastating. And so if people need help with that kind of stuff, grief is an insane thing. And here I am, it'll be a year in a little bit. And, I'm happy, I'm ready to go. I find value in life. I continue on. And so, yeah, if anybody has any questions about how to grow their socials, I mean, I definitely take pride in growing Tint Wiz's socials to what they are now versus what they were when I started. I think we're at like 2K followers or something. We're at to like 10.1 now. And it's yeah, I'm just very passionate about helping people. And I know that me working for Tint Wiz allows me to do that in so many ways because we are so brand neutral. It allows me to do it through content and meeting people and growing their business and talking to them about life and how they can scale their business or downscale their business or anything. There's so many ways that I can do that through the portal of Tint Wiz. So
I just want to say too, like I've really been enjoying some of that the little videos and things that you guys and Kratz have been doing.
Man, Kratz is incredible. He's like another person that I very much look up to. He's very much an Eric kind of vibed person. He's very authentic. He's very kind. He's very generous, and he's so much fun to hang around with. So, going off that, I went to Houston. So okay, get this. So you guys will get a little bit of like alpha info here. So Eric, myself, I'm just like a fly on the wall there's a lot of meetings now that I take by myself and that I spearhead from start to finish and collaborate with people and achieve things. And there's some that I'm just like, I'm just going to be a fly on the wall. I'm just going to sit here and learn and listen to these people talk. And honored that this meeting in particular was with Eric and David Kratz, which, side note, I'm sitting there once again thinking to myself, how the fuck am I sitting here in a meeting with two company CEOs thinking back to where I started so many years ago, so just that's super cool and humbling. And then Eric, tells him his idea about whatever the idea is. And Kratz is like, yes, done deal. Great idea. Let's do it. Done deal. Then Kratz goes off so far right. And he's like, all right, guys, let's sit back a second here and imagine this. So we're going to promote, this collaboration. And we're also going to promote the dealer conference coming up. Here's the idea. Kado flies out to Houston and, we bring him like to the massage place because massaging is one of their activities. Bring him to the massage place. He's getting like a really relaxing massage. And I'm getting like my back waxed. And I'm like, okay, I like this. All right. Activity number 2. We're we're going golfing, and I'm just like, fucking everything up, and Kado's just having a great time golfing. I'm like, okay, all right. The next one, Kado's going skydiving, and I'm just gonna be like on the ground wishing that I could go skydiving, and I'm like, okay. And he's like, what do you think about that? Eric's like, Kado, like, do you want to bang this trip out before the end of the year? And I was like, where is the like negative in this at all? But yes, I'm definitely in. So yeah, flew down to Houston, spent 3 days just nonstop shooting content, promotional stuff, and yeah, it was a great experience hanging out with Kratz. Like we're at lunch, and I'm like, dude, like you're a C. I'm like, are you like, you're gonna be so backed up now? He's like, yeah, but like, this is this is all part of it.
Smooth now. It's waxed.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, it's
I want to say this part that, and the whole thing I was thinking is that Kratz was very fair with you. He gave you the relaxation for day one, right? He took the hard part and did the waxing, right? He went through the pain. And he's like, I'm just gonna sit down here wishing that I was up there, but really I'm just gonna let Kado be up there and jumping out of that thing, because I already did the waxing on day one. He got the relaxation on day one. Now I get to relax down here while he's up there and jumping down. I'm just letting you know from what I hear and what my mind is thinking, like, okay, this is how he kind of fares it out. Okay, like, hey, he's gonna jump, I'm gonna be down here, but I waxed on the first day. He got a massage on the first.
I can guarantee that he got the shit end of the deal, because I'm an adrenaline junkie, and like every second.
See, he didn't see. That's where the difference is. Like, you guys found who's fit for what.
We found balance.
You guys found the balance on it, right? Like, he's like, okay, there's a junkie that would love to do this, and here's me. I'm thinking like Kratz. Like, honestly, like I'm pretty sure like Kratz is like, dude, I'm too big to jump out of there. I don't want to take that risk. I'm gonna be good.
I'm gonna stay down here.
Yeah. I'm just like relating, man, because I'm like, I can just imagine in his head. But hey, look, I did the waxing already, so it's all good.
Yeah, no, that is very true.
I do want to get some of the comments in here. There's been great comments in here. We didn't address some of them. Rico's got some questions about multiple invoicing to the same customer. He's also asked about like maybe he needs to get a one-on-one call with you to kind of lock in on TintWiz a little bit better. So Rico, maybe you want to reach out to Kado in a messenger afterwards, and you guys can set up something. I'm pretty sure that Kado can help you out with that. A lot of people are stoked for Tinner battles. I guess that's what Carlos is kind of pumped at, because he still hasn't answered that question, even though we talked about it. I know we are pumped up to go into Tinner battles. Me, Ryan, Thomas, and a few other people, like we were talking this morning, a whole bunch of us are going there. So we are definitely pumped up to be there. I think Tinner battles is going to be kick-ass. I think it's going to be baddest one. Amelia Island was definitely a kick-ass event. I
think they're in their different categories. Like, Amelia Island was its own like dreamland kind of thing that you can't touch that. It's own category.
I've talked to Carlos after that a few different times, and he's like, dude, the only thing he at that time, Carlos says, the only thing cash I can do that's going to set that off is if I'm in Madison Square Garden and I have Tinner battles there. He's like, dude, that's the only thing that sets that bad boy off, because that resort, that whole event, that whole thing was just phenomenal overall. But I know he's putting a lot of heart and soul into this one here, just because he wasn't able to do one last year. And he wants this kickoff to be like the badass hit.
I mean, it's nice to take a break, video, revamp, and then like go hard, and he absolutely is nailing. Like, the fact that you can bet on this is absolutely insane. The fact that they brought back the chive, I haven't seen that since I was like 17. So that like brought back some memories. And like you said, just content like this, it's going to be unreal. It's going to be so cool.
Mike Powell's in here saying, can somebody tell me how to shrink a Model 3? Because I guess in his area, he doesn't get any of those Model 3s over there.
Mike Powell could close his eyes and do a Model 3. Who are we kidding?
I mean, you know, that's the game plan. Like him and Kyle, like, hey man, we just came to have fun, but we just won the whole damn thing. Like,
right.
you know, that's it. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do that 2 times in a row. Now we're gonna
that's what Mike needs to do this time. Show up, no tools,
no
sandals,
tools, flip flops,
chill.
a little beer in his hand.
Have a drink, just Tint like I Tint every other day, and boom, I'm a champion. There we go.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
Love it. So Kado, 2026, you said there's a lot of stuff that's ranked up, that's lined up on it. Can you enlighten us on anything that's we should be watching out for, that should be looking out, you know, what to expect, kind of get excited about?
Really just overall, I mean, you know, we've got some trips lined up right off the bat. We got Tinder battles, we got film, we got Cool View franchise convention, we have WFCT, we have Audubon dealer conference. So like there's 5 big trips right there that are so value packed, incredible things to go to. And then just in terms of like life, I guess, like TintWiz wise, again, like I'm just getting more and more responsibility, which is amazing for me. It's a lot of fun. I mean, I run all the socials, have been for the last 2 years. I love interacting with people. So it's fun seeing the growth in terms of like how much people interact with us and, you know, message us and DM us and have ideas and all these things. And yeah, like TintWiz wise going into 2026, I mean, our goal is just to continue growing at a pace that allows comfortable growth and continuity within the app. Like it always just works. It's always just simple. We're not a race to get as many features out as possible, to get with, you know, the AI trends and stuff like that, which, you know, some of them can be beneficial, I'm sure. But our goal has always been to keep things simple, to keep things running smoothly, and 2026 will continue to grow, elevate. We do have some things in the pipeline that are coming down that that I think part of me wants to come out of retirement from owning a business, and I wish that I would have had these features. I wish we would have had this growth back when I had the shop. So I'm very excited about those. And yeah,
Mother Marion,
like, yeah,
you got to read that comment.
Come and do a TikTok video with me. Mother Marion, you do some, I don't know. I want to have a girlfriend when I come back home, you know? Like we like getting all up close and like hanging off each other, backpacking, and I'm down. Let's do it. Anytime.
Well, you know what that reminds me is WFCT in Virginia Beach and that karaoke bar we went to. And Dean Mitchell, Mother Marion, and Chrissy. That and I think I'd said enough. People that were there, they know what I'm talking about. Mother Marion definitely knows what I'm talking about. But with TintWiz, I know the talk about the integration on the credit cards. Do you have any insight on when to expect that to be launched or when the beta testing is going to be on there? Because I did ask to be one of the first betas. So do you have any kind of clue? Because I'm really, for my personal business, and I'm sorry, I'm having to throw this in my personal business aspect here, but I'm really looking forward to.
He has a shirt on. Sorry,
you know, hey, top 10 service. You know, Georgia, if you're in the Atlanta area, hit us up. We'll take care of you. The best shop in Atlanta. We don't need to be rated. It's all good. We know we good.
You know.
But no, deposits. You know, like I tried to do the whole swipe thing, but I when I heard that, I was like, okay, I just rather do it all at one time. But we do get a lot of no-shows, and I really want to get the deposit thing going. But I'm looking forward to that personally. Any insight on that?
Yeah, I mean, when it does roll out, I think the goal was like at some point in January. So if it runs into February, again, it's kind of like we do it right. We really want to hyper focused on the people that like yourself who had signed up for like early access, gets the value out of that. And we want to make sure that you feel that Tint Wiz love, like, you know, everybody's, you know, aware of, when it's ready to roll out. And, you know, the payment processing is going to be game changer. And like you said, to have everything in one place is going to be, again, that's one thing that I'm incredibly, I never get jealous ever. I'm not a jealous person. I don't, you have your things going on. I'm proud of you. I'm happy for you because you've earned it, those kind of things. But like comparing to me, for me in my shop, I am jealous that everybody now is going to have this integrated right within Tint Wiz, because dude, the amount of headaches that I had of like, all right, well, I'm gonna invoice this like this, but then I'm kind of using Square because I don't want to use Stripe, but then I want to do this, and then like, how does that talk to this and that? And it's just like this mind fuck basically of stuff. So that is a huge one that I think a lot of people are gonna love. We're gonna roll it out in very obvious Tint Wiz fashion, and yeah, that's it's about as much as I know.
Well, I'm gonna tell you, look, Tint Wiz Level Up is two other features that you can add. That one of them Rico just said is the self booking aspect, but the one I really and I hope this gets to you, to Eric, to the team, whoever is there, is the one that is the texting feature. Being able to connect, even if you got to pay extra. I think if we can add that feature to it to be your unique phone number when the notification goes out for your Tint Wiz appointment. I know a lot of people may not have a problem where they're in a smaller town, but in a larger town like Atlanta that has multiple Tint Wiz users, it's the same number that goes out. And a lot of time people don't read the name on the shop. They just look at the Tint Wiz or the same number is coming from. And if they had a bad experience with one user, they automatically assume the other user is the same people. So right. I really, whoever it needs to get to, since I've got you on this platform and I can express my full attention and pain out, is that I think, and let Eric know, I'm willing to pay extra for this feature. Like, it doesn't have to be included in that monthly fee. It could be an added surcharge to it. If you can link my number to my texts going out, to be able to communicate with Tint Wiz, to be able to send a notification with my number on it, man, I think that with the credit card is game changer. The scheduling thing would be the whole nother icing on the top, but scheduling, we can handle that. But that
I love that. I love that. So
I'm telling you right there, as a Tint Wiz user,
yes, sir.
As top 10 service, I'm gonna say that who the user is, top 10 service is telling you it would be very much appreciated and very much needed services if we can get that done. But
I hear you. I hear you. We hear you. But let me point this out to you and everybody else, because I tell this to everybody, because it's like platforms like this that allow us to you know, shut out to the masses and get this message across, because it is very important, because we want you to be heard. And coming up to us at SEMA, we love to have conversations and talk about these ideas and stuff. But I guarantee to you that within like 2 minutes after you're gone, and then the next 6 people come up to us and start talking to us, that we've kind of like forgotten-ish kind of thing. So the best thing that you can do, including you, Cash, you ready for this? Is
I'm
use
logging
your
into Tint Wiz. I'm going into the comments and I'm gonna go put her there.
So go into support, live chat, put in your idea, and then if you want to use your platform,
all right, guys, I'm going here. Support
is then I would say, all right, guys, everybody go spam live chat. That's what I would.
All right, going into support. What are we doing next? Walk me through this. I'm doing this
live chat. Live chat.
Where's the live chat
We
at?
can only see part of your screen, by the way.
Yeah.
All right, hold on. We're gonna have to change the screen, man, because we're gonna need to do this.
We're doing things now.
We're gonna do it now. It's like it's one of those things like you got to do it now. Like there's no
And that's
delay.
exactly it. Like when I'm at SEMA or an event and someone's like, "Oh man, it'd be really cool if we could do this or whatever." I'm like, "That's a great."
All right, there you go.
love
You
the
got
idea.
a full screen, sir.
Yeah. So go send a message.
Where's the send message, man? Now you're gonna have
Go
to
down,
like my
down,
demo.
right there. There's
Oh,
3
right
ways.
here.
Yeah.
I'll send a message right there.
Yeah. Perfect.
Ask
There
a
you
question.
go. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Type your idea. Be like, "Hey, going to 2026, I would love to see." Remember, the development team really fuels off of kindness and positivity.
Okay. All
and,
right, I'll take that from 20.
Yeah.
What's needed and wanted if we can.
So as Cash is doing this, so that everybody understands what's going on, is that the more people that the development team sees that are requesting whatever feature it is that they think is a good idea, the more people that get on this list, the more it becomes a priority. And it really depends on how long it takes to do something, again, correctly, because the last thing we want, and I'll give you my personal experience with something like this, is if you've just tuned in, I was talking at some point about AI in my business, and that's what got me basically the job to Tintwiz, because that's the phone call that started it all. I was using this service. I won't say what company. They were saying, "Hey, we have this basically kind of chat bot that you go into a Google Sheets, you fill out all of these questions and answers to your business, and it'll answer questions while you're sleeping, make you money, schedule stuff and everything." I said, "Okay, I love technology. Let me try it out." I spent probably 3 days filling out all these questions and answers to specifically my business. I then took 3 days off to go to a WFR event. During that WFR event, it booked me 6 bookings for after hours that were not my hours, gave out prices and confirmed bookings for prices that were not my prices, and a whole bunch of other headaches. So I was then having to message clients back, talk to them, and it was an absolute nightmare. So what I'm trying to get at is the last thing we want to do is go, "Okay, you know what? This idea you have, Cash, is a super good idea. Let's just bounce on it right now. We'll launch it to everybody. It's an extra $15 a month." And then every second day it crashes, or it sends out the wrong message, or it doesn't talk and communicate with your actual project, or you know what I mean? Like there's a lot that goes into it. So even though you're messaging it from 2024, doesn't necessarily mean that it's potentially not in the works already. And it just takes a lot to get it to a point where we are. This is an Austin Cook quote: "Don't put out a project that you're not proud of. You want to be proud of that project." So with that goes that exact same thing with us. We're not putting out anything that we're not proud of. And we know that's not going to work for you 100% of the time.
I have a question now. A lot of us, who do use Tintwiz, we know how much it's capable of, right? Like, and then some of us don't even realize how much it's capable of. How do you try to get the word out there for everything it does without overwhelming people?
I mean, that's kind of like a big part of that's my job with doing content, right? Hopefully that, it doesn't overwhelm people. It talks about maybe one subject or one feature kind of thing. And that helps a little bit. And the biggest one is just word of mouth. Like, it's kind of like you guys. Like if somebody doesn't want to use you guys, you're like, okay, like at some point you probably will, but if you don't now, that's totally fine. I'm not like begging for your business. And that's kind of the same concept with Tintwiz. Like we don't chase people. If you don't want to genuinely use it, or you don't see the value in it, then don't use it. It's not for everybody. Maybe like somebody like Cash said, like their top tier thing is online scheduling, which I think is the most ridiculous thing in my opinion. I hate the concept of online scheduling because I love dealing with people so much. It's like I want, like, if I can save 5 or 10 minutes sending out a super fast proposal in TintWiz, then I want to take that 5 or 10 minutes now and spend it with booking a very specialized appointment with them and getting to know that client and putting notes in their projects of all the things that I learned about that client because they're a special person and they have dogs that they really love. They have kids that are in sports. They have a new house that they're building. I want to then get to know them, put that information into my TintWiz notes so that every time that person calls, I can be like, oh, hey, Nancy, how's it going? How are the dogs doing? How are the kids doing in their soccer team? Because I took that extra 10 minutes. But if I had online scheduling, that would not be the case. They would come in and it would be a revolving door. And I get it. There's lots of companies that want a revolving door kind of business. That's great. That's totally fine. There's nothing wrong with that. And that's why online scheduling works for a lot of companies. Me personally, I never cared for the option. I never saw the value in it, kind of thing. Like, yeah, I get it. You can book while you're sleeping, but then you have to also deal with the headaches of that client coming in and not telling you that they had tint on their window. But if you actually dealt with that client and you got to know them and then you asked them the right questions before they booked with you at midnight because they were bored on their phone after watching TikToks, you know what I'm saying? So not saying that my opinion matters because it's not going to be a feature. It might be at some point, but that's just my take on online scheduling.
I'm with you. I think here's the thing, and I've been working with Marissa, another great Canadian. So going into the future, especially going into a busy market like Atlanta, that connection, that education, we lose a lot of customers, but we educate them. Because it may not connect with them today, but when they do run into that problem, when we tell them that, hey, the cheapest thing isn't the best thing, that you may save $50 today or $100 today, but in 2 years, 3 years, you're going to deal with the film that's going to be failing in one way or another, and what some of those failures are. When
also that shop is probably not going to be there in 2 or 3 years because they price $99 tint jobs.
Well, that's the other thing. That's like, you know, I can name some a tint company that everybody knows right off the head that they've already changed their name 3 times in 6 years. There's probably a reason for it, because every 2 years, guess what's happening? But not to, you know, focus on that, but focus on the education aspect of it. You know, the whole thing, especially with film, is to be an industry leader and mentor is to educate, and not chase people, right? Just like we don't want to chase sponsors. We love having sponsors, but at the same time, we don't want to chase sponsors. We want people to partner with us that have the same mindset, that have the same vision, that we're trying to, as a group of installers, sales reps, even manufacturers and CEOs. I mean, like in our group, we have a whole bunch of stuff. We're also not trying to be a 10,000, 15,000 people group. I like the small numbers because it tells me that who matters is here. And what we do is done the right way. We're not just trying to go for money. We're not just trying to go for fame. We're not just trying to go for this stuff. I love having these interactions. I love doing my Monday morning meetups because a lot of time we're running the same thing over and over again, but a lot of time we're sharing our experiences, our frustrations, how we deal with things. And to see people consistently come in and share their stuff, like Rico, like Gabriel, there's a lot of that little niche right there. Bill is another one. It's what I think. When you educate, you tell, and you are passionate about, it just shows. And it will come and be there. It may just take some time. And I think that's what I love being with TintWiz, is that there's a growth, but there's also the simplicity. And then there's also the people behind it that you connect with. There's people like yourself. There's people like, David. There's people like Eric. There's people like Tanya, that you connect with, that you get to know, that help you, that gives you that experience of, okay, why do you want to deal with that company? I think Autobahn is another great company that puts the people there. Solar FX. There's great companies out there that are doing it. A lot of people like to hate up on Expel. I'm an Expel guy, but for me, I've had great experience with Expel. So it's are they giving me that family feel? No, there's not, but there's that corporate feel to it. There's the stuff that I'm used to. Everybody has a different need, kind of like what you talked about with the scheduling. A lot of people may just want to turn on auto, turn on the AI, turn on the scheduling. But, you turn on auto scheduling, the customer doesn't know that there's different type of films. They just pick the cheapest thing. Now they come in and now you tell them, hey, there's different options on there, and they're pissed because now they only brought in the money for this cheaper stuff, but they want the better stuff.
Absolutely.
Like
I think
education. It's letting them know, like, you have option. Hey, letting you know the industry has grown in the last, especially 20 years alone. We talk about tools. How many tools have been invented in the last 10 years? Forget 10 years, last 5 years. How many tools have come out? Like, we got a lot of old school tinters that be like, man, I just used to do this. I don't need all this stuff. You don't need them. You don't need the tint sauce. You don't. You can tint just as fine without the tint sauce. Oh, important sauce. Sorry. But does the important sauce have a value? Does it cut down on some of your work? Does it help you do an installation better and faster? That's where it kind of comes down to using some of these tools. Can you run a business without TinWiz? Heck yeah, you can run a business without TinWiz. But having a software like TinWiz, CRM like TinWiz, helps you do a lot better. Spending that few minutes, what I'm starting to use personally, and if you guys are TinWiz users, I'll tell you this, is use the note box. Man, talking to a customer, putting everything, but then putting a little sentence in that note box for yourself and your teammates lets you and your teammates kind of give you a refresh of what the conversation was like, right? Hey, this guy was just looking for the cheapest thing. He may not come in. Hey, this guy, like you said, has dogs. He's talking about this. He's talking about that. This is what's important to him. We talked about CS, but he may want to go with the XR. Try to explain the XR. Show him the heat lamp. Little things. I'm not saying you write a paragraph. I usually write one sentence, maybe two. But it's also for myself when the customer comes in, because you're answering, a whole bunch of calls. You talk to a lot of people, and you sometimes forget having the little note. Oh yeah, man, you're the guy with the blue car. We talked about you having a Tesla. I've got a Tesla. Oh, you like big trucks.
It's an instant connection. And I think that the biggest part too to that.
You're not going to get that with the auto connection. But now for some people that are super busy and they're in an area where it's this necessity of just making it simple and doing it, hey, it might be good for you. But
well, I mean, the flip side to that is you could also just stand out. Like we had 7 other shops that did the quick, I like to use the example of, like, we have a Tim Hortons here. For you guys, maybe like a Dunkin' Donuts. So like the difference between Dunkin' Donuts and Starbucks, so I was a Starbucks, they were all Dunkin' Donuts. You go in, what do you want? Okay, is that it? Is that all you want? Okay, is that it? Okay, cool. Come up to the window and you cash them out, and that's it. They leave. Starbucks is this whole experience. You get a smile when you walk in. You get it's not fast. It's not super convenient. There's a lineup out the door. It's the most expensive place you could get coffee in town, but they always get it right. It's always delicious. You always get a smile. You get your name written on the thing. Sometimes you get a nice little special note. So it's the value of how you treat people and how you get to know them that you're paying for. So like anybody could go out and sell coffee, right? Anybody could go out and sell tint and just be a revolving door and get them in and out and in and out. And that works for a lot of people. But if that's like the differentiator between, like, I want to be able to have relationships with my clients and not make them feel like it's a revolving door, but I also want this other thing. Sometimes two things can't exist. It's like you have to pick one or the other.
Exactly. No donut.
and I'm gonna I'm gonna touch on this really quick. For anybody in here that is looking for training, if you go to where Cash just showed you there, you go into support in the app and you go to the drop down, you hit training. You can book a one-on-one training. It's absolutely free with Tanya. She will walk you through, hold your hand, and unlock things that you didn't know, or you know, you were kind of unsure about, or you kind of scared to do. And that's kind of like one question is, I want to know, like, for everybody in here, you can leave it in the comments, you can do it after. What is one thing that you are avoiding because you're scared of what it might do? Like, you're scared of it's going to be hard. You're scared because it's technology. You're scared because it's change. You're scared because it's ending a relationship, anything like that. I want to know in the comments. You can do it now, do it later. Be real with yourself. I just want people to self-reflect on that, of what is one thing that you're not doing because you're fearful of X. I want you to think of that, because a lot of people struggle with that. It's like, I want to post the content, but I'm scared of this. I want to scale my business, but I'm scared of this. I don't want to offer this because I'm scared of what the industry is going to think of me. I don't want to do this because blah, blah, blah. So that's, I think, something big that I'm taking into 2026. I'm not a big, like, new year, new me kind of guy. I'm just the same me, learn my lessons, adjust, keep doing better. But one thing that kind of stuck with me this year was like, what's one thing that people are kind of like hesitating on doing because they're fearful of it?
I like that. Rico's stuck on the Starbucks taking his money for cake and coffee.
So I do want to touch on this right here. This is something that I get when I talk to people about, TinWiz, or I talk about CRMs, and I even talk about, anything that is, collecting information. Selling out is the biggest fear for a lot of people, especially small guys. They're afraid that they work hard. Like, Kyle owns his town. I know that. He's a badass tinter. We all know that. He has a great business. He does very well for himself. But there's also that fear, right? And he's not the only one. There's a lot of people that have that fear, like, what if my information gets undersold to somebody else when I'm putting all my clients in TinWiz? What are your answer to that, or what are your thoughts on that?
I mean, for us, like, as TintWiz collecting information.
Yeah, so, like, a lot of people have, like, hey man, I don't want to use TinWiz, and I'm gonna be honest with this. This may not be politically correct, but I've talked to people that do not want to use TintWiz because they're afraid that TintWiz information is going to be leaked out. Their competitor is going to get that information. That what if TintWiz themselves or their affiliate company uses that information to, grab their customers, right? So, like, I've had this conversation with a few different people, and it's a real conversation. Is like, hey man, I'm not using it. Now, I don't have that problem. Obviously, I use TintWiz and I put all my information in there. But to me, it's like with anything. I mean, shoot, you can get into this damn thing, and steal everything in there. It's anything electronic. You either do it on the notepad, or you trust the process, and you deal with the limits as they come in and make limited as you go, and there's that. But to me, my answer is, man, you got to roll with the punches. If you don't roll with the punches, you're going to get outdated. You're going to get run over, and somebody else is going to take advantage of it. And that could very well be also with the auto scheduling. Rico's like, hey man, auto scheduling is needed. So to everybody their own. Having that feature would be awesome to be able to turn it on and off. I think is great. But like I said, what I'm learning in sales, what I've been paying to learn on sales, is to stick out when they're calling 10 customers. You have to make a connection. And just having TintWiz and having a nice proposal alone isn't just doing it anymore. It was 2 years ago. It isn't anymore. Now you have to stand out for a reason. You have to make that connection. And then you have to just educate. And sometimes you have to lose a customer. And sometimes that customer will come back. And it's funny when you have a list like CRM and you track every call and you write down that customer every time they call in. Now you can see that same customer is calling you back after a year, after 9 months, after 2 years. They may have a different car now, but it's the same customer.
Absolutely. And it goes hand in hand too with if you're planning to you're planning for your exit strategy. If you're looking to get out of business and sell your business at some point, your business is going to be way more valuable if you can show that for the last 6 years or 10 years, you have information on everybody's kids and lives and, you know, their cars and their history and all that kind of stuff. So that's where that plays a huge role in as well.
Now, remind me at Tinder Battles, I do have to sit down with you. I do have a feature I need to talk about more detail that I think maybe I need to be educated on. Maybe I can give you as an input and an idea on that. I can always go back in the sport and how you want me to word it. I can word it, but there is something important I want to talk to you about when I see you at Tinder Battles. Is Tanya going to be at Tinder Battles?
Tanya will be there.
Awesome. Love her. All right. So
I'm gonna touch really quick. I like we kind of got away from it, which you know, I feel like for some people is ideal for not answering a question like that. But I want people to be very aware that there is no world that it's beneficial for TintWiz to sell or give out any kind of information on any kind of clients at all. Like if you can think of like your example was like you've talked to a few people that were hesitant on using TintWiz because they're fearful that someone might give out information about another business or something. I can guarantee to you, like without a doubt, that the potential of you getting like, oh, this person's going to get the F-150 as opposed to this person is not worth the reputation of a large company like TintWiz. I guarantee no company is doing that in this industry. And if they are, then like it's very fucked up. Like in terms of other business, I know for a fact we do not do that because there's a lot that rides on the line that it's way more valuable to us not selling information and not giving out any kind of information to anybody than it is to, you know, give out some insiders something on any, like we really don't give a fuck what people are doing, you know, in terms of data. Tint whatever you want to tint, do whatever you want to do, and that's it. Like whatever. Well, like again, like I said, and especially, and I know there's other things, you know, happening and whatever, but like in terms of like, you think of pricing, right? Like $100 a month. Well, like what are we gaining from that in like a grand scheme of things versus like selling data? Like I'm sure we can make millions and millions and millions and millions off of stuff like that, but that's not the goal here. The goal is to simplify people's lives because you have people like Eric, myself, David, Tanya behind this stuff that really passionately just truly want people to succeed, to be happy, to live a prosperous life, whether that's being rich, whether it's spending time with your family, whether it's taking more time off from work, whether it's booking more people in. All of those values is what we all truly believe in, and that's what we want to push out to people. So data is not a problem.
Well, I mean, you know, the answer on that, another way, like I said before, is data can be leaked anywhere. You know, if you're keeping data, but like what you brought are very important is if for the TintWiz users, your recap, you know, your recap gives you a picture of how did you do this year, and you can also recap your year before and compare it. You know, so it's a resale value. Like you said, if you are going to sell your business off, that is a very good value to have right there, because now you have data to back up what your business is really worth instead of you just saying my business is worth this. And I've talked about this when I talked about financial stuff. knowing what you're worth, knowing your numbers, and actually having your numbers is two different things. Having gross worth net isn't two different things. A lot of people think, man, I do great in business until you put everything down and then you realize, wait a minute, I'm not doing that great. I'm busting my ass, you know, whole week. I'm working over hours. I'm working for the business, not the business working for me. Until you put down every expense, you're not going to know that. Until you have that data, until you run the analytics of that data, you're not going to know. Just assuming that, thinking I'm doing more F-150s and then running 10 ways and realizing I'm doing more Model 3s or Model Ys, and you're like, fudge, when did I do that many? But it shows you in the last
And
year.
it's little things like that that are incredibly useful. Like we use that feature when I had my shop all the time, and ours was very much F-150s, and I had no idea, right? And like, so you're marketing for these, like, I'm marketing for, like, my Facebook ad has like a Lamborghini in it because I just did one Lambo. Yet then I look at the analytics and I'm like, all right, everything I push out now is going to be F-150s on PPF ads and everything. And then you just double down on all that easy work. So yeah, you're 100% correct.
Easy work, and usually the F-150 guys, have money too, right? They're contractors,
Absolutely.
they're working guys, so they got the money and they want to take care of their trucks.
I mean, I've had Lambos come in that cost less than a brand new F-350.
Yeah,
so
right.
Like, you think Lambo is this crazy thing, and they are. It's my dream. But
I think there's an important question here by Eric Moore. He wants to know, where's the best chicken fingers in Houston?
That's a great question. I can't even remember, but I did have some fire. Oh, Churches is definitely a no-go. That place is trash. Absolute trash. Big no for Churches. But we did go, I don't know, some Texas thing. Kratz will have to help me out with this one, but it was like American Texas barbecue kind of place. They had fire chicken fingers. Like, I think the chicken fingers were like this big, and there was like 5 of them in there. I was like, you guys are crazy.
Just to let you all know, probably Saturday night we're figuring to go out to this really well-known Indian restaurant that's got some crazy lamb chops and a few other good stuff. Their service is phenomenal. They're super busy. It's a huge restaurant. It's one of the biggest restaurants in America. They have a big line, but they service real quick. I got to visit that place a few years ago, and I love it. My cousin he's got a warehouse in Houston, and he lives in Dallas. And every time he's in Houston, he's like, "Hey, I've got to stop at that spot." So we're kind of planning that. It's not official yet, but if you're interested in international food and try something, Saturday night might be the night we may end up going there. It might be Friday, but most likely it'll probably be Saturday. Just throw that out there. Until we get to Tender Battles, we won't know. Like, we'll figure out that. It's kind of like on the thing. But I have a restaurant down 15 minutes from Tender Battles. It's
pre-planning.
Already planning. I'm already planning on it. I'm like, dude, we gotta do the film cruise. Like, we got a whole bunch of people. We got Dustin Gonzalez. We got a whole bunch of people that's gonna be there. And we're like, dude, we gotta do a hangout afterwards too, or an evening hangout. We might end up going to a karaoke night afterwards, anyways, because we got Mother Marion with us. So, like, it might just turn out to be a crazy night. We're up to 2:00. Dean Mitchell's gonna be there. He might be singing with the with the radio and maybe yelling at the radio again. Like, there's some great stuff that has happened at previous Tender Battles or other events that, when you have these people that click in, it just turns into be a wild party, man, and you don't want to miss it because you'll talk about it for years.
Good people, good times.
Just want to throw that out there. It's gonna be some good times, man. We're way past our time, and Kado, I really appreciate it, man. We went really deep into a lot of stuff that I had no idea. I thought this was going to be more chill back, talk about your wild stories, your history, and end up we talked a lot more about business and Tint Wiz. That was not initially the thought, but I think we need to redo another one where we can talk more about other stuff as well. But
down anytime.
man, this was a pleasure to talk with you and to get to know you a little bit better, to get to know Tin Wiz a little bit better, honestly. But with that being said, the wheel of name is going up on the screen. So that means it's time for giveaways. So if you want your name up
Yeah,
on
tell
the screen,
Rico we'll do some maple syrup giveaway right now.
maple
Whoa.
syrup giveaway. What?
Let's do it.
Oh my God. Maple syrup giveaway is up on the thing by Kado, man. So he said maple syrup. Cash is going to be the first name on there because I fucking love that like cocaine. I don't care if this is my show. I'm getting on there for the maple syrup only, okay?
How's the tariffs work for the maple syrup?
Hey, it's hand delivered.
It's
Okay.
Hey, look, we can make it happen. I'm gonna be there. It's all good. I'll get it back home, baby. It's all good. Just hand deliver it to there. Otherwise, you can always hand deliver in May because got Film Fest coming up in May, and Kado's definitely gonna be there.
There you go.
So there's always that. We'll make it even more personal here.
We'll make it happen.
Fernan is on there.
And even better, like here's like a little cheat code is if you really like it and you have kids or a wife that likes it back home, then I'll give it to you the first day of the event and then just eat it at the event every morning for breakfast. That's the way to do it. So many times I hear people, they're like, oh man, I didn't even get to try it. My kids ate it. I hid it in the cupboard and they found it. So just eat it at the event.
I love it. Damn, I got all these names come up at one time.
I guess the maple's going first, huh?
The maple is definitely going first.
Marion for maple. I need more maple syrup. Danny.
Oh man, there's more people here for the maple syrup than the important sauce.
Oh, Dustin wants a blanket.
Oh
it's
yeah,
the other version of important sauce.
Yeah.
Blanket. Rico, I got you. Dustin, I got you. Karen, I got you. Marion, Gabe, Tanny, Eric, Bill.
The syrup definitely tastes better than the sauce, so
probably. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Maybe you should tell him that he should add a little bit of maple flavoring or flavor.
Yeah.
And everyone's just,
oh my God, we got Al Magic coming in for the maple syrup, man. Look at that.
Yeah. Is the maple gluten free?
It is. I mean, for you. It is cheat day times 10.
No. I mean, it would be gluten free, right? I mean, gluten is wheat, right?
True. Yep.
Yeah.
Gluten free. Not tested on animals for sure.
Rico wants the whiz, tri-edges, and chiselers.
Don't we all?
I'm with him on that because I'm almost out of mine, and I've had a stash, but I've been also handing them out for people that's like, hey man, I missed those. They're not there. So next time I see Tin Wiz, I'm definitely backing in the car and just throwing everything in there.
Yeah, it's I think that was the first thing that Eric ever sent me. Was literally a box of tri-edges, and for 5 years, like even after 5 years, like I've handed them out. I go visit shops or do a training or something somewhere, and I'll bring a whole bunch of tri-edges. And I'm down to like 3 now that are just like my personal ones. So I'm in the same boat.
Thomas is in here, so let's put Thomas on here. All right.
Ask Thomas how much maple syrup do you have left? Did you see what he got? He got a big.
Yeah, I got some of it.
Nice.
Yeah,
I stole some of it too. I literally drank the water bottle and put it in the water bottle before he could take it home. I didn't want to leave the shop and not be able to come back and get it.
I love that.
I want new metal Tint Wiz mug. Love them. Whoa, what new metal Tint Wiz? I don't know that one.
New metal, like the music, new metal.
Yeah.
More like a gothic.
Well,
Wizzy
eyeliner and all.
Oh man.
Emo 2000s.
All right, so guys, you guys
Hair just
got
down the side.
you got 10 seconds to put your name on. If you haven't put your name on there, and then we'll spin it. We'll do the maple syrup. We'll do the blanket, and then we'll do the important sauce. So that way you can have, if you didn't get the maple syrup, you can still have the sauce.
You can put my name in there for the syrup too. Am I in there?
Ryan wants to be in there for the syrup. All right, Ryan, I got you in there for the syrup.
Yeah, Steph will be pissed if I
Half
didn't.
the bottle I gave some away. I'm saving it. You have one, Cash. What do I have one?
Thomas, listen, don't save it because like life is short. You don't know what happens.
Exactly.
You don't want to go without, trying the maple syrup.
Hey man, I was supposed to be dieting and I got the maple syrup. I made myself some fluffy butter pancakes and I had the maple syrups. Now, I will tell you that my kids didn't like it, and I was like, that's great because that means
so you need to put those kids up for adoption.
Hey, bro, I don't know fun.
Right now. Get out of the house.
That's more for me because they don't understand what real crack is like, man. So
they don't know what anything without corn syrup tastes like.
Yeah.
They want
the cheap syrup from the damn store, man. So it's like whatever.
That's not even syrup.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Back off syrup is mine. Maple syrup diet. I take a shot of it every now and then. I bet he does. What are we giving away? We're giving away Canadian maple syrup, important sauce, and the film blanket. I'll put you on here, Kyle. All right, no crack, just the Canadian. All right,
I'll throw in a little bit of Tint Wiz merch in there too.
Oh hell yeah! So I guess I can put Cash in there a couple more times. Eric gave away those metal mugs at Amelia Island. I need one. New one. Oh, he's talking about these, man. I love those. Mine are all worn out, man. Those are the best coffee mugs, dude. Like they keep that shit hot forever and ever. And oh my God, Marion, what you reminded me of. Now I'm drooling over that merch. All right, we're spinning this bad boy. All right, this is for the Canadian maple syrup, guys. Whenever Kado says it.
Everybody knows the rules. One winner. Spin it. Winner, chicken dinner. First winner of the year.
Cash, come on.
Of the year.
Oh,
first winner of the year.
Bill? Is that Bill?
Bill, congratulations. You're the first winner of 2026.
What a start to the year.
And what a way to win, man. You get that special crack maple Canadian syrup with Tint Wiz merch, man. Bill, do you want this prize?
First one.
Bill, do you want this prize or not? Because I can always switch with you. I can send you the blanket for it if you want to switch.
I think he's down for it. Yep, there he is.
Yeah. He left. Daddy's like, that syrup is gold. It is like gold, man. I know. Oh man, you can't buy some of that shit.
You can buy whatever you want.
Hard to get
Let
it.
me
Don't
know.
take the blanket.
I got you.
All right. So next one, we'll do the blanket and then we'll do the important sauce. Whenever you say it, sir.
Hit it.
All right. Here we go. This is for the film blanket.
Winner 2 of the year.
Ooh, Rico coming in hot.
He knew he was winning today.
He got. I think he got the blanket.
Did Rico get a blanket already?
Didn't he already get a blanket? I'm pretty sure. Does he want another one? Wait, make sure. I'm pretty sure he got one.
Rico, did you get a blanket before from us? Rico,
yes, he did.
Because if you got a blanket, I'll just send him a hat instead.
Hat. Yeah. On the 15th, he won a blanket.
Oh, okay. He won a blanket. Okay, Rico, we'll send you a hat, bro. So that way you have that. Since that's the case, Rico gets something. But he said pass it. We'll send you a hat, bro. So hey, just put him down for a hat. You got it, Ryan?
Yep.
All right. So we'll pass on. We'll do a spin for another blanket. There, we got another winner right there. So, oops, I didn't even wait for Kado. I just spent it. Sorry,
Winner.
Is this for the
Blanket.
sauce or the blanket? The blanket?
Blanket. Kyle Whalen, if you're still in here, you won. If you left, then we're gonna have to move on. Let's see if Kyle's still in here. Kyle's got 10 seconds. People know how to do the count off. I need a blankie for my travels. Oh, Heidi needs a blankie. Yep. Kyle's like, yep, I'm in here. Hey, man, if you want to stop by the shop on your way to Tinner Battles, you can pick that blanket up from the shop and use it on your travel to Tinner Battles, since I know he's driving.
Oh, yeah, he is driving, right? Getting the truck ready.
On his travel.
Yeah.
There you go. All right. So now for the important sauce. Whenever you say to spin it, sir.
Hit it. The most important win of the beginning of the year.
Eric Moore. Congratulations, Eric Moore. You just won the important.
Congratulations.
Is Eric still here?
Winner, winner, chicken dinner.
I was like, are you going to be there at 3 a.m.? No, sir, I will not be there at 3 a.m. I guess you can pick it away on the way back. I'm too late, guys.
I just saw
Eric,
another Eric jump in. Eric,
yeah.
He is another French Canadian from Quebec, and he's going to be. We sponsored him to go compete at Tinner Battles this year. His first time. He's a huge Tinner Battles fan, and this guy, he's a flat glass master, and I'm so excited to see him compete and get this experience, because what Eric gave to me the first time I went to compete in 2022, that whole exhilarating feeling, and you just feel like on top of the world. He is expressing that same kind of thing, and he's been watching Tinner Battles for years and is just so locked into it. So very excited. So keep your eyes out for him, because he's coming for the win. It means business.
Awesome. Can't wait to meet him.
Yeah, there you go. I think there's going to be some great amount of people to meet this year, because I think there's going to be a new crowd that's going to be coming through with all the new viral stuff that's been happening with Tinner Battles. And I think that's really phenomenal what Carlos and Tinner Battles has accomplished. I think that's great for our industry overall. Carlos always had this vision for years now to kind of have that online presence, online awareness. And I think he's finally getting to that point where he's really starting to capture what he had envisioned. So, when we talked about great minds and having that envision and putting the work, I think Carlos is one of those gentlemen you can take a look at that has really stuck to it and has accomplished, close to the level that he really wants to be at. And I think it's going to only get easier as he goes into it. I know he has put a lot of effort into it, so I do want to commend him for his hard work. I'm looking forward to it. When are you getting in, Kado, for Tinner Battles?
I get on the 9th around 10, and then I got to go set up.
Oh, you're getting in 10 o'clock on the 9th?
Yes, sir.
AM, PM.
We're getting in around the same time. I think we're getting in. Yep, on the 9th, we're getting in at 9:30.
Amazing.
So we might meet up
if we're at the airport together, we can Uber together.
There you go, man. So if you need a ride, hey, let us know. We'll have a car. So.
Oh yeah, nice.
Yeah, so Thomas is gonna give you man, he's picking up more strays. Thomas got a car. I told him to get a bigger SUV. I don't know if he did or not. But I know we got a car.
Yeah, you guys are smart guy.
He's got a bus.
He's got a bus. That's what we ultimately need to end up with. Is with the
Party bus.
Yeah.
But, hey, man. For everybody that's going to be at Tinder Battles, we can't wait to meet up. If we do end up at Tinder Battles together, please take a second. Let's take a selfie. Let's, chat for a minute, man. I just want to be able to chat with people. I think the memories in person are always phenomenal. These events are always great for networking, for growth, for learning, and so much more. So if you guys see me there, please say hi. Let's take a picture and let's build better memories and better network and better community. So Fernando needs a ride from the airport. Any last words, Kado?
Man, I guess just like overall, just really like manifest as much of your life as possible. Keep on it. Say yes to the crumbs, because if we all look back on why we are where we are, it's because of those crumbs. So don't ignore them, and say yes to opportunities. You never know where you're gonna end up, and life is really short. So like, just fucking go for it. Like, that's it. Like, who cares? We're all gonna end up in the ground in 2 decades, like in 2 generations. No one's gonna know who we are. So just go for it. Live life. Have fun. Be kind.
Live life. Have fun. I love that. I think that needs to be said more, man. Beautiful.
Appreciate you guys for having me on. Thank you so much again for being the first of the year. I like starting things off strong, and I'm so excited for everything our industry has to offer. It's an incredible industry. I'm so thankful for everybody in it, and I can't thank you guys enough. You guys have both been very big inspirations since I got into the industry. So it's an honor to be here on these shows like this. I get off the show and I sit down and reflect, and I'm like, God, life is just crazy. And it's just because I say yes to stuff and manifest. So,
bro, it's the opposite. I feel the opposite way. I think you're an inspiration to me and a lot of people, and I love the realness that you bring, the realness and the down to earth that you bring, bro. Like, to me, since I met you for the first time, it's nothing but love and your energy, your help, being available to help out, bro. Like, that's just really like how I connected with Ryan and I connected with Jeremy Fireball Davis, man. Like, it was just us helping at the events. Like, we did it at one, and then we did it at another one, and then we just like, Jeremy will bust my ass every time he's on one of these things, and I'll bust his ass. And it's just like that connection we got. It's just because it's so real. And I get to now work with Ryan, and it's just so much because of that trueness, man. Like, it's just these networks, these events. I don't know. I can blabber about it all night. But I do want to say thanks to our sponsors of the week, Suntech and iMagnet Management. iMagnet Management is going to be making our website for Film Fest as well, so that should be launching next week. We didn't want to take anything away from Tinder Battle, so Tinder Battle is going to happen first, and then we will start focusing on Film Fest starting next week after we do the recap of Tinder Battle. So next week's will be a recap of Tinder Battles. Don't have any guests yet. We'll see if we can get the Mouth of the South on next week. If he's available, he may be just tired. He may have lost his voice. I don't know yet. I didn't ask him yet because I know he's got a ton of stuff on his plate. But if he's available and he's still able to speak, we'll try to get him on next week, and then we'll see if we can get anybody else that want to join in and put in their 2 cents of what they thought about Tinder Battles. But I just freaking can't wait for this freaking Friday.
It's coming fast.
With that, guys, I do want to say, signing off for tonight. Have a wonderful, wonderful night. And until we meet again next time.
Good night.
Thank you so much.
Everyone.
Good night, guys. Have a great night. Happy New Year to everybody. Bye.